Please tell me that y'all seen that video of that man who mama had him when she was 11 years old. Mind you, she was special needs and she had one of her legs amputated at birth. His dad was 26, from the same family but an opposite side. Meaning that they was related through marriage, but he was literally molesting that little girl. Didn't know that baby girl could get pregnant. She ended up getting pregnant and having a child all at the age of 11. By the time the family found out she was pregnant, she was literally 9 months and there was nothing that they could do. So boom, I guess the neighborhood that the child grew up in, everybody knew each other. The neighbors was cool and whatnot. So the family wasn't trying to say who the baby father was because they knew if the neighborhood knew who the baby father was, they would be looking at them like they was weirdos. Because they was weirdos. Y'all are supposed to be protecting this special needs little girl and y'all are failing her. By the time the baby grew up to be 5 years old, he started to understand his situation a little bit more. The people in the neighborhood started to realize who his daddy was because he was a splitting image of his father. And of course, when you're a child, you don't really know what special needs is. But he said at the age of 5, he understood that he was smarter than his mom because they used to argue over things like a bag of chips. And he knew that he was more understanding than she was, which didn't make any sense because essentially he was younger than her. They also used to argue over crayon and coloring books. And at a certain point in time, he said that he realized his mom used to slur her words and say things a little bit different. He told himself, I have to be nice to her because she doesn't really understand everything as much as I do and she doesn't really know what's going on. So as the boy grew up, he became an author, a motivational speaker, and more. He always says that even though he was dealt a crazy deck of cards, he wanted to make sure that he wakes up and be the best person he can be every day. His name is Terrell Carter. Make sure y'all look my boy up. And I say this to say you never know what people is going